Hey guys, what's going on? It is Laura Ventura and Janie Cruz. Janie has been employed in Pawz and All for about a year. It is going to be a year now in June. And I just wanted to make this video because I know that there are some groomers that are wanting to employ somebody, maybe teach them, or maybe just employ a groomer that already knows how to groom, or maybe train them their style and have them fit their criteria of grooming. So I just really want to make this video so you guys could understand the point of view of an apprentice or a groomer working under you, because I think it's really important for a business owner to understand the side of an employee. So I'm going to ask Janie some questions so you guys just have some insight of what is going on in the mind of somebody that has been taught to groom from scratch. Now, Janie has worked at PetSmart, right? You worked PetSmart for how many months?
For about 4 or 5 months.
Okay, so she did have previous experience at PetSmart and she was there about 4 to 5 months, but you just really knew the basics, right? You just knew how to, like, the nail trims. She worked on a couple of dogs, but she was there as a bather position. Now, the reason why I am very passionate also on taking people that do not know how to groom is because there are a lot of people out there that are wanting to learn this trade. But being that they're young, some of them don't have the funds to give down in a grooming school, or the time it takes to have to work a full-time job and then go to grooming school on top of that. So they really want to learn on the job. And there was a wait for PetSmart, right? To learn as a groomer. Okay. So she did tell me that they did give her wait about a year or so and there were people in front of her. So again, if you are wanting to go this route, or if you are wanting to hire a baby groomer, I am making this video so you understand what goes on with them and what motivates them to stay with a company and what they're looking for. And to be honest, I feel like now that my team is growing, I feel like I have taken a leadership position, and now I am a groomer, but now I'm seeing it from the other side as an owner. So it's gonna be really interesting to hear her answers. So here we go, let's get to it. All right, so Janie, what made you wanna become a pet groomer?
Okay, I know this might sound cliche, but the main reason was because I love close interaction with pets. I am a pet sensitive, caring, loving person. Being a pet groomer allows me to learn about many different breeds and not just the skin and coat, to inform people about better ways to care for their furry friends.
So that is one thing that I look for. Now, when I put out the application, I got about 70 applicants, and she was about the 7th one. And what I really look for is a die-hard animal lover, somebody that's sympathetic, that shows empathy. And something that I really like about Janie's resume is that she worked with special needs children beforehand. And that tells me a lot, because in this industry, you do need to have patience and empathy, and somebody that has done that job definitely has it. So that is something that I definitely require. And once I started doing the interview, I could just feel that energy from her. So if you are looking for somebody to join your team, make sure that they not only are empathetic and patient, but they are a die-hard animal lover. All right, Janie, so knowing that you worked at PetSmart first, what is something that you really like about mobile that you didn't really have on a storefront setting?
The freedom. You can stop whenever you want, you can put music, the one-on-one interactions, you don't have to worry about the phone, no appointments or calls between sessions. And also, if you have a dog at home, you can bring it with you.
I do have a dog, and I take him everywhere with us. So when Janie gets her new van, and it's coming soon, she is going to be able to bring her dog, because I feel like it's very important, especially, you know, just to have just to have that little spice to your day, knowing that if you had a bad day or if you have a bad moment, you could always go and cuddle with your dog for a second. So I'm gonna let my employees do that. So as my grooming apprentice and as a mobile grooming apprentice, what is the one obstacle that you feel that maybe you probably thought in the beginning that you'll never overcome?
Definitely dealing with aggressive dogs and learning how to read their body language.
Now at Pawz and All, I do take in aggressive dogs, and I'm not saying that they're aggressive for everything. There is one in particular called Mr. Skip, and he does have to be muzzled for his nails and sometimes for the bath, depending on what mood he's in. And as a grooming apprentice, one of the things that I felt that she definitely did have, an obstacle overcoming in the beginning was understanding the body language of an aggressive dog, but she definitely overcame it to the point that she's able to do Skip by herself. So that's a win. It is going to take a little bit of time because sometimes learning a dog's body language doesn't come naturally for somebody that hasn't been around them so long. So what advice would you give an experienced groomer and business owner that wants to teach somebody how to groom?
Be patient, because if not, your student's gonna feel the pressure. Number 2, teach, show, and leave. And number 3, always praise your student. Even if what they did is not good enough to you, you can always try to fix it and take that as an opportunity to show them how to correct it and improve it.
Awesome. Okay, so something I'm very guilty of is I would teach, show, and not leave. Because in the van, it's really hard to leave. So I think one of the downfalls on anybody that knows a craft very well and wants their student to do good is, just looking at them over their shoulder and making sure they're not making the wrong move. But to be honest, if you don't let them make mistakes, they're not going to understand the process. And if you're taking the equipment away from them and doing it for them, they're also not going to understand the process. So something that I've definitely learned the hard way is that you do have to step back as a experienced groomer and just let them do them, and then come back once they tell you that they're done, and then evaluate the situation and praise them where they did well, and then just let them know where there's room for improvement. Janie, we've been training one-on-one for about 9 months. So when did you think it all started to click for you?
I was getting a good sense of knowledge pretty much in the first few months of training, but I would say it took me about 4 to 5 months to really understand everything.
Yeah, so something that she did bring to my attention was that there was a lot of information being thrown at her. We did start with the bathing process, the nails and the ears first. We did that for about a month, and once I saw that she was perfecting that, then I just gave her the clippers. But again, it is a lot of information, so if your groomer is not absorbing it in the first couple of months, don't freak out. It takes everybody a different timeline, but again, there's going to be times where it's not going to click, and there's going to be days that it is. But I feel like you said 4 to 5 months, right? It's a really good timeline for a student to really grasp it all. So Janie, the $1 million question, what keeps you motivated on coming to work every day, not every day, but 5 days a week at Pawz and All?
What keeps me motivated is knowing that not every day is the same. And I'm gonna open a parenthesis here, because if you're a groomer, even if you work at a salon, I know it's not gonna be the same for you as well. But knowing that 98% of our clients are well behaved, when looking at the schedule, I'll just be like, oh, it's Sunny, it's McCartney, it's Puppy, it's Bruno, and I just don't feel frustrated before coming to work.
That's a really good answer. I didn't know that. Well, to be honest, as a mobile business owner, whether you're going to be working in your business or you're going to just be an owner, you have to make sure that your groomers, once they look at their schedule, they want to go to work. And the good thing about mobile grooming is you handpick your clients because you're going to them, they are not coming to you. You could literally X anybody that you want, and I tell her, and I'm very upfront with her, if there's a dog that she feels uncomfortable with, or if there's a client that makes her feel uncomfortable, my duty as an owner is to protect her at all costs and make her feel comfortable. So she knows that I have a no BS rule, and I will X them forever, because as a mobile groomer or as a groomer on the other side as an employee, I would not like my manager or my boss to be okay with doing a dog or dealing with a person that I am not comfortable with. So, and you know, making it fun for them. And also I feel like us mobile groomers have a little bit of like ADD, so it's nice that not every day is the same. Janie, what advice would you give a mobile grooming business owner that wants to hire on a groomer?
You have to hire somebody who connects with you in a good way. Somebody who's patient but efficient, somebody with a good mood and vibe. Because you guys are gonna be working 8 or 9 hours a day, 5 days a week. I don't know, you do the math. Somebody who you can visually see and feel that it's good being around pets, and not just somebody who wants a job, not just somebody who needs a job.
Yeah, so that's, you know, to piggyback on what she said, if you are going to be working with this person and you're going to be training them, you do have to understand that it's very close quarters in a mobile grooming van, and you're going to be with them most of your days. So again, there are going to be, as any couple or as any partner or as any team member have, there are going to be moments of conflict. But you're going to have to feel that person's energy and see if the yin to your yang. So I'm a little bit more high strung, and Johnny's a lot more calmer, yet we still vibe together. And there's been times where we finish each other's sentences, or even when I'm thinking something, she already knows I'm thinking it, and then she just does it. And I'm like, did I say that out loud? And that's how much you guys have to be in tune, because you are working with live animals. She is new. She has to trust me 100%. I have to trust her as an apprentice, and now as a groomer taking a very expansive van around town by herself. So once you find that person, you know, just make sure that there's a clear understanding and you guys respect each other and trust each other 100%. So Janie, I know that when you first started Pawz and All, you were pretty new to Florida, right?
Yes.
You were pretty new to Florida, so she did make a big change. She moved from New York to Florida that year. And I just wanted to ask, you know, how did Pawz and All change your life? How did becoming a groomer change your life?
Oh my God, it has changed a lot the way I see things. Mainly because I feel like I found my purpose in life. And these dogs are life teachers. I learn from them every single day.
Yeah, even though dogs can't talk, they definitely could communicate. So I'm glad you did say that. And you know, what's kind of sad about our industry is not a lot of groomers are up for the challenge of teaching somebody. And I feel like we're really missing opportunities here, because just like Janie, there's so many other people that most likely have this gift with animals, but will never discover it because they're not going to have the opportunity that she had. So one thing I'm really excited about is opening my doors for more people that are wanting to learn, and you know, allowing Pawz and All to change more lives and give meaning to them. Because I was once an apprentice, and Joyce Bowman, which taught me how to groom, definitely changed my life forever. So I'm wanting to do more of that. All right, Janie, so what advice would you give a new apprentice?
Okay. First and foremost, keep calm and remain resilient. I know the process can be frustrating, mainly because there's a lot of information and little details. Along with the practice and safety protocols, if you have the right training, just keep practicing and you'll get there.
I love the advice that she gave. There's been a lot of times that in my training that I remember that I even cried because I couldn't figure out a de-shedding treatment. I just couldn't wrap my head around it. I didn't understand it. For grooming entrepreneurs or for advanced groomers that are wanting to take on an apprentice, I really encourage you to do so, because I was very afraid to bring anybody in my space and trust somebody that I did not know from a hole in the wall. But with the right mindset, and if you know your why and you know your mission, you are going to attract the people that you need. And this process has been so rewarding. To see somebody start from zero and literally work their butts off to be where they are today. Janie is doing amazing scissor work, and she is way more advanced than I ever was, even on my 3rd year of grooming. So I am very proud of her, and anybody that's wanting to learn grooming, guys, I mean, listen, she just owned one dog, right? You've only owned one dog. She didn't know much about her dog. She laughs about it now. She would tell me that she would let her dog, her Maltese, get matted because she didn't understand grooming, and she just had a passion for animals and she went towards it. So even if you think you're old and gray and you think that you can't do a career change, think again. You can. And I hope that teachers out there, you start teaching, and I hope that students that are ready to be grooming students, I hope that you guys find the teachers to light that path for you guys. All right, guys, that is it. Up and out, love and light. It is Laura and Janie with Pawz and All. Bye, guys.